Ciao Juventini of the world. Juventus is out of the Champions League. It is something that we all knew that it would happen. Today it's official. What a difficult night. What a difficult night. We were trolled. We were humiliated by the Portuguese team that deservedly won. The score is lying, guys. 4-3 is not deserved for Juventus. Only the baby Juve is saving the scoreline. Only the baby Juve was able to give us a bit of emotions towards the end of the game. Maybe dreaming in a 4-4 that would have absolutely not changed anything. Juventus is eliminated, and Juventus today is more than eliminated. Today, Juventus
It's time.
Juventus was not able to give the answers that we needed. We said it multiple times. We are not back. We are not back. We are absolutely not back because you won versus Torino, because you won versus Empoli. No matter which team it was, Empoli, Milan, Inter, Torino, whatever team it was, two wins was not saying that Juventus was back. And we are not back. Today we have the certainty. If we could have believed that that game would have given us continuity of result and positive thoughts and positive things to see, well, today it was a total disaster. Everything we believed in was a disaster. I want to thank immediately before starting Ninip that is subscribing for the 13th month, if I'm not wrong. The message went away, but I believe that Ninip said disaster and a disaster. It was GTA 13 month as well, difficult, but we tried. Not everyone tried, and this is why I'm pissed off. I'm really pissed off today. I will read the message of my great friend Mohamed Youssef. First of all, Rabona Tivu that is here on the live is saying, good try. I will not be crying like you hope, Beppe, but you have absolutely no reason to cry, Adrian. Your team did really well, did fantastically well. They were about to reopen the game. Juventus, they reacted. How did they react? They reacted only because Benfica gave up. Benfica was trolling Juventus. Benfica at a certain moment they were about to punish themselves because they had that 10 minutes where they thought it was over, it was finished, and probably if you are watching Juventus today, if whatever team you would have in front, they would have give up because Juventus had absolutely no plan, absolutely no tactics, absolutely no will to fight. Absolutely not winning the duels, absolutely no ideas of gameplay, no anger, nothing. And on top of that, when Juventus recuperated the ball, they were giving it back to the opponents a lot of times, missing 2-meter passes, not accurate. Everything was bad, so you have absolutely no reason to cry. Adrian, only being proud of what your coach did with your team. A new coach this season. Benfica that still didn't lose this season in Champions League and in La Liga Portugal. Players that impressed me a lot because of Juve, but because of the talents as well of the Portuguese team. Rafa Silva was fantastic today. Joao Mario, a player that I hate, that I really hate, was fantastic. The other guy I never heard about became Beckham today. We're speaking about Arsnes from Norway. Never heard about him. 26 year, 4 games already in Champions League where he entered. He was not a starter. Champion today, champion of the world. No, guys, we have a lot of things to debrief, but not a lot of good things to debrief about Juventus. Unfortunately, today I said so many times the players of Benfica that at a certain moment I was thinking that I knew them since they were kids. Disaster, and this is a shame. Ciao to Sam, ciao to Ahmad, ciao to Everything Footy Podcast. Mohamed Youssef is saying, we are Juventus, what is happening? Thank you for the donation, my friend. Aging players can't catch up with the game. Focusing on experience at this stage of the project is not right. Look what energy players did. There are two things that we have to consider. The first one, and I will be bold today as well. I will try to be as honest as I can. Quadrado, we knew it. We said it multiple times. Horrible season from Quadrado this season. The only excuse he has is that there is nobody else that can rotate him. But the season of Quadrado is already over. He can't recuperate the damage that he did this season. Quadrado will not be extended. When I hear the contract extension for Leonardo Bonucci, financially I can maybe even understand it, but at a certain moment you have to give up. You have to give up, you have to stop. He's not able as a captain to remotivate that team, and I'm speaking only about motivation, but he's also not able with players like Rafa Silva, like David Neres, like Joao Mario, like Enzo Fernandez, like Luis, like Silva, 18 years old, to keep the pace. It's over for Bonucci as well. It's over. It's over. Then the young players, as you said, they have energy. We have to split it in two phases. First of all, yes, they didn't care, but the game was already over and Benfica stopped playing. And but anyway, they did something that we were not able to do. From the starters, the only one that I would save today, the only one is Filip Kostic of the first half, where he was really great. And probably Gatti of the second half. Even if he was not perfect, Gatti, for at a certain moment, some physical duels where he showed how impressive he was. Guys, stop playing with Bonucci, stop playing with Quadrado. If we have to play with 10 and you don't put a right wing, I don't care. Weston McKennie is not worth of that team, even if he tried on the right wing. He is not the right winger, he's not a midfielder. Locatelli woke up a bit at the end of the game, but Locatelli was invisible. Rabiot totally disappeared. If he's not able to understand that he's worth 4 million and then maybe we can reconsider, then we have a problem. Then we have a problem because we will not come to an agreement. So I would stop immediately the talks with him right now. I'm not even angry. I'm hurt. Today I'm hurt. I'm really hurt about what I saw for long parts of the games, guys. Thank you for the donation, Mohamed Youssef. Then we have Rauf R that is saying, suck Allegri, enough. That's the comment of Rauf, 6 months on the channel. Thank you, Rauf. Guys, how many games do we have before the international break? We have Lecce, that is important. We have Paris Saint-Germain, that is absolutely not important. It's Benfica that will decide if we will go in Europa League or not. But Juventus is already out of Champions League. Then you have I have something in my mouth. I have a hair in my mouth, but I don't understand because I'm bald. Anyway, then we have Paris Saint-Germain. After that, we have Inter, Verona, Lazio. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games to go. Guys, today like this, you can't. You just can't. You need a strong decision because like this, you can't. Beppe, we improved as a team, but only offensively. We didn't improve at all. We didn't improve at all. I agree with Radovan that is saying eliminated and humiliated becomes illuminated. I agree with that. If you observe and if you analyze the game versus Torino, if you analyze the games versus Empoli, in some parts we improved, in some parts. Today we had a big test and today we failed it. We failed it. At a certain moment from long parts of the game, our only plan was pass it to Kostic. That was our best man today. Pass it to Kostic and hope that something will happen. We scored on that corner kick. Yes, Vlahovic is missing that opener that could have given Juventus that 2-2. He's missing it. We conceded on the counter attack. I'm not even contesting the penalty. Probably it's a penalty. I don't know. I don't even care. It's not the penalty that will change my decision about the game. We played bad, and using bold words, we didn't deserve to be in Champions League. It's the truth. We didn't deserve. I don't believe that Tuchel is the solution. but a solution will be needed, guys. A solution will be needed, and there are some players that are absolutely not in physical condition to represent the team, but there are also some players that are absolutely not honoring our shirt in big games like that. It's easier to play versus an Empoli or a Torino in the Derby della Mole versus a weak Torino. Let's say how it is. From the moment that you have a first test, you are missing it. Ciao to Tony, ciao to Karim. Fruit pack as well. A lot of messages. Thank you. Let me check if I missed some. Yes, I missed the one of Stefania Melis, 12 months. Who's saying sadness. GTA Bianconero, 13 months. Difficult, but we tried. We didn't really try. We can't try 50 minutes at the end of the game. It's too late. For me, it's too late. We knew it was coming with the formation and players' choices by the management. Agnelli needs to step up and step out. He made these choices that brought us down this path. Today I don't want to go back to how it started because it's a long discussion. Then you will tell me that I'm defending. Today I want to analyze this season. But it's true that when I went to watch the bench, guys, on the bench, we had only young players, and the young players, they did better than the starters, but we had only young players that had zero appearances in Champions League. All your big players that should have been there, they were all in injury. They do shopping in Madrid. They do pictures for the national team. They do interviews on GQ. It's a problem. It's a problem. You don't have your players. The players that are playing are not good. The youngsters are not giving chances from the start. And then you see a Silva with the number 66 of Portugal, a Portuguese player that is 18, that is playing already his 5th game in Champions League from the start. And today he's scoring. What do you want me to tell? These are facts. I can't lie. These are facts. No, of course, I want to put my face on it, Colin, because it's important. Ciao, Andy, again. Ciao Canan, Allegri no, don't insult, guys. Speak about football. Say that you want him out. Say that he's bad. But these insults, guys. I know it's frustrated, but starting insulting people personally, I don't like it. I personally don't like it. Then that you say that he's incompetent, that's another story. Today we saw that he was not able to play with the team. He was not able to give the directions to the team. He was not able to do a lot of things. So professionally, you can disapprove, insulting. I don't like it. Ciao Sam, the 2 goals were good on the mental side because it's not like we can skip the season. We are going to have to go back on the field just this week, and then these goals will help a bit rather than humiliation. For me, the humiliation is there, and the humiliation will not be cancelled. Even if we scored 2 goals, it will give a boost to the young players. It will give them a boost if they are able to play. If they don't receive the chance to continue to play, we are at square one. I'm not saying that the young players are ready to play 38 games in Serie A and to bring us in knockout stages of Champions League. Probably not. But at a certain moment, guys, I prefer to play with Gatti. Let him make mistake. Let him bring Juventus at the 7th position in Serie A at the end of the season, but at least he would have 1 year of experience next year. Let Sule play and fail. Let Miretti play and fail. Let Ealing Jr. play and fail. Let's play them. Let's play Fagioli. Let's play whoever
La Juve.
that wants to prove it and that have something to prove. And at the end of the year, the youngster that didn't show, we don't renew him, we don't play him, we send him, we sell him, we give him for free with the other ones, with the senior players. But it's not possible today that we have to base our future on, unfortunately, Captain Leonardo Bonucci that showed some beautiful performances in the past. Didn't deserve to play in a 4-man defense because it's absolutely not for him. And in a 3-man defense today, you saw how far he was. Miretti, Sule, and Ealing, they changed the game. Yes, but consider as well. Yes, of course. And I'm happy because these are young kids that I'm following since 3 years now. But it's also true that Benfica stopped playing. I don't know if these players in the beginning of the game they can do the difference, meaning winning. Then that they can do better than what we saw with the starters. Absolutely yes, Cecilia. Wonder how we would have looked with Pogba, Kies, and Bremer. We will never know. We will never know. And anyway, with the players that we had on the field, we had to do better. Let me recuperate a bit of messages before I forget them. Ciao, New York Juventini. Juventino was saying we saw good things, some grinta at the end with the young kids. Yes, but I'm angry. Peter, I don't know even what to say anymore. No, this one is a humiliation, a big slap in our face, big slap, a big reality check. Great performance tonight from you. I don't know. Forza Juve from a Liverpool fan. You will smash Manchester United in Europa League. We don't even know if we will go to the Europa League, Red. We don't know if we will go there. Let me check because I saw some messages. Ron Rusitano. Finally, I'm back. First of all, Mr. X, 13 months on the channel, we were dwarfed and humiliated Forza Juve. This is the truth. This is what I believe. I never had the feeling that we could win that game. I never had it. I never had it. We were humiliated. We started a game where even with the youngsters, I was maybe at a certain moment believing in the 4-4, absolutely not in the 5-4. Would have been not deserved anyway, but Juventus with too many problems to solve, too many. The turnaround in the season didn't happen today. Mr. X, yes, I agree. And then Ron Rusdan is saying nice speed upgrade on the subs. Unfortunately, the bright spots in this team are not enough to make for the weak spots. Upgrades are needed. Yes, but probably they will be too late if we losers. If we show like what we did. Nedved was totally correct. In the beginning of the game, he said, if we play like versus Empoli and versus Torino, it will not be enough to beat that Benfica. Guys, they entered the game with another anger. You know what I liked of Juventus in the first 10 minutes? Is that even if the possession was for Benfica, even if they were more dangerous, Juventus, they didn't get out of the game. They didn't get out of the game in the first 10 minutes of the game. They were in the game and they were ready to answer with some solutions in counterattacks. And this, I was believing that we could have done something better than what we saw at the end. But the problem was that at a certain moment, Kostic and Cuadrado, they are pushed back. Not because we want to sit back, and that's even more the problem. I saw some people telling me, Beppe, this is what happens when you play defensively. You know what? And it hurts me to admit it today. We were not wanting to play defensively. We had no other choice because we were a lot weaker than Benfica. Benfica was much stronger than Juventus today. In every single role, they believed in it, and especially in behavior. They were doing things that Juventus didn't do. Allegri is playing with a formation where he's not having the bravery, the courage to launch some players. Ealing Jr. would have made no sense because you had Kostic that played well in the beginning, but maybe a bit earlier. And, you know, when he's doing the change, he's also changing Dusan Vlahovic, a sign that also Allegri gave up, and he played these young players probably not to recuperate the game, but probably to let them play in Champions League so that they didn't travel for nothing. He gave up Allegri as well with his changes. Then a miracle happened with the youngsters where actually they were about to change the history of the game. Not deserved, but probably deserved for them. But we gave up. We gave up also with the changes. He didn't have the bravery of playing Mattias Soulé in a 4-3-3 instead of aging disaster Cuadrado. Cuadrado that not only is conceding the penalty, but also bad Cuadrado. Bad. The whole season Cuadrado was really disaster. Today he's conceding that goal on penalty. Probably it's the less worse or less dangerous mistake that he's doing. He's doing that penalty. It can happen, you know, that it's not intentional. The ball comes here. But the problem was communication between Danilo and Bonucci on the other side a few minutes earlier, and then on the other side with Quadrado, and I don't know who, maybe with Gatti, with the ball bouncing. How is it possible that you are letting that ball bounce into your own box? Take that ball, put it away. But we saw a big difference today. We saw a big difference with players like Benfica that were recuperate that ball. They were fast in recuperate that ball, and every time they were really compact in asking the ball. They were asking the ball. They were there. They were available. They were unmarking themselves. They were not scared about the ball. Juventus, when they were recuperating the ball, and it didn't happen that much, but when we were recuperating it, we had no solution, and we were obliged to go really long balls. These long balls that we were not even able to put them in the foot of our players, which as a consequence gave that ball back to Benfica. Disaster. Thank you, Alain, for subscribing. Ron Rusitano, let me read the comment of Ron, who is saying nice speed. I already read it. Sorry, Ron. Thank you for the donation, Ron. Not enough to make up. It's true. It's true. We need. Guys, if you don't want to play for Juventus, today I'm angry, so probably I will insult some players that don't even deserve it. But if you don't want to play, if you're not able to play, guys, out of the team. I can't anymore. This is too much for me. This is really too much for me. This hurts too much for me. Really. Not only players, guys. Let's be clear, coach as well. Coach as well. You know that I always said that I'm a person that is waiting until the end of the season. You saw the videos. You saw the after games, the lives where before the two last games, we said it clearly. If you have no solution, you have to give your dismissal, or the club needs to dismiss you. You have to. He showed 2 games, Torino and Empoli, that there was some signs of awakening. So why not? Why not continue until the end of the year, not the season, the year, to see what's happening there. But today, the very first test, and we fail it again. I don't know what will happen tomorrow morning. I don't know what will happen tonight. I have no idea. We will discover it all together. Today, I don't know. Rabiot was bad today as well. Today was really bad. Ragnar, everyone who thinking Vlahovic is the problem. Vlahovic is not a problem, guys. Vlahovic is not a problem. Vlahovic is not a problem. GCM, thank you for a donation, my friend. A garbage game, I agree with you. But Ealing Jr. was an injection of class and grinta. Sule, Ealing Jr. and Miretti were all on the same wavelength. And it was beautiful to see. It gave us a bit of a smile. Not much more than that. Not even a smile, it's not true. But you know what it gave us, guys? You know what it gave us? A bit of hope for the future. Not only the 3 that play today, the 3 youngsters, but also the players from our under 19 that today did a miracle. They were losing versus Benfica, and they went back on the score. They won 3-2 with some great players. Mbangula, Kenan Yildiz, Hasa, Turco, Huijsen, defender. We have some beautiful, beautiful prospects, and they will not be ready next year, so let's not lie to us. But we have some beautiful prospects in our team already, in first team, with names of Sule, Miretti, Ealing Jr. that is traveling between under 23 and first team, but also the ones that are coming. And probably for the first time ever, we will have some players that are really coming from our youth team. I remember Chelsea that at a certain moment, because of financial problems, they were banned of doing Mercato for 2 years. They were obliged to take from their youth academy. A youth academy, they started a lot earlier than us. Kevin De Bruyne, for example, is not from the youth academy from Chelsea, but the scouts of the youth academy were already working to find some new talents. They found a Kevin De Bruyne that was playing at Genk, for example. So always a great youth academy, Chelsea. But anyway, they were obliged to go with the young people, and it worked at a certain moment. What Juventus was never able to do in the past. But I agree. Thank you, JCM, for your for your message, for your donation. Really appreciate it. And I agree, a garbage game that was difficult to comment today, because we didn't see beautiful things at all. We saw horrible things instead. I saw a Quadrado really at the end of his career. It hurts, huh? A Bonucci really at the end of his career. It hurts a lot. I saw a Locatelli in difficulty, a McKennie that was asking himself what he needed to do.
La Juve.
A Moiskin that at the end received that goal, but without impact.
It's time.
And you see the players like Moiskin that are showing you one game of progression, the second game they are not able to give consistency. And in a team like Juventus, where you are playing 3 days in a row, you have to be consistent in your performances as well. A big slap on a big reality check, a big slap on the face of every one of us. Zidane will go to France, guys. Zidane will go to France. Ala Hammam, thank you. New coach, that's it. It's obviously this team needs a shock, new ideas. We tried with a mini retiro of 2 days. We tried with continuity. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I agree. What should I say, guys? I wanted to cry. During the live, at a certain moment, I had really the tears that were about to burst out because of what I was seeing today. A team without, mamma mia. Marian is reporting us that I said it, that there was one thing that was missing. It was the injury. I said it's not normal that Juventus has no injury. Guys, bad news on bad news. Infortunio per Vlahovic in Benfica Juve. Problema all'adduttore per l'attaccante serbo. So apparently Vlahovic didn't go out because of Allegri wanted to change him, but he went out because he's injured. Adductor problem. Mamma mia, what a disaster. What a disaster. What a disaster. Abductor issue. Disaster.
It's time.
It's time, vaffanculo. It's time. It's no time. It's time to what? It's time to what? Fuck. I said it during the live. I said everything what can go wrong will go wrong. I said, think about something that will go wrong that didn't happen yet. Some people were telling me injury. I said, yes, injury didn't happen yet, so an injury will happen. Vlahovic injury on top. Like it was not enough, like we had not enough problems to fix. Abductor, I have no idea how long. I have no idea. Let me continue because we had a message of Gazzo. Gazzo 934, grande ragazzo. Beppe, do we need to sack Max? What's your thought? What's my thought, Gazzo? In this situation, I want to sack everyone. That's what I think. But I'm not a professional, but I want to sack everyone. I'm that angry inside. I'm dead inside. You see my body? My body is here. I'm inside. I'm dead. I don't exist anymore. I am dead. This is the truth. They killed my soul today. They took my soul. They suck it out. They suck my soul out. It's out. It's over. I'm inside. I'm dead. So if you're telling me, Beppe, what do we need to do? We have to sack everyone. If I was Allegri, Agnelli today, I would take all of them in the plane. I will say we don't start with the plane. We don't go back to Torino until everyone is asking sorry. They killed my soul today. Today I'm a dead. It's a dead body that is talking to you. I don't even know how I have the courage to speak about Juve, why I'm here. The only reason I'm here is because of you guys, because I wanted to speak with you, but yeah, we have to stop everything. Then, if you tell me take a rush solution, guys, I Champions League. It's not about losing today, guys. No, let's say it's not about being eliminated today, because if it was not today, probably it would have been next week. Okay, it's not about being eliminated. It's to see that at the first slap in your face, you go back and you collapse mentally and you're not able to react. You know when? You know the crucial turning point? We missed that goal with Vlahovic. Can happen, huh? And we concede immediately one. Why? Because fragile mentally. We missed the 2-2. We missed the 2-2 and boom, they go and they score. And we give up and we go totally out of the game. Totally out. Before that, it was not great. It was not a great Juve before that. But at least you were in the game. You were in the game. Everything could happen. Because we were about to score that 2-2. If we score that 2-2, is it deserved? No. But this is football. It can happen. But a 2-2, it's a reaction from a team. A 2-2 is a reaction. The problem is that you are going with a missed 2-2 and you concede that third one. And then it's over. And the game is long, but long, where you know, and that's what hurted me the most, where you know,
La Juve.
Where you know that your team is not strong enough mentally to react, and that the game could have been 100 minutes, 200 minutes with the men that we had there on the field. There was no possible alternatives than just to suffer for really long. I never prayed that the game was over, because the only reason of me living on this earth is the game of Juve. Game of Juve is the only reason. And I never want a game, even when losing, I never want a game stopping. This time I wanted to ask, stop it. That's what I wanted to ask. And that's not a good sign. That's absolutely not a good sign. Jesus Macias, let's go and recuperate, guys. I'm sorry that you have to wait today, but it's also my personal therapy. I take time, probably too much time, to answer the questions, but thank you for your support. Anthony Trimboli, sorry I'm late, Bep. I hope you're okay. I'm absolutely not okay. Ciao Thomas. The debate now in Europa League or no Europa League. I don't even want to put it as a poll, Thomas. Why? Because will we go in Europa League? We don't know. I don't know. Goal difference, or I don't even know how it will be. I don't know. Jesus Macias, it's true Benfica stopped playing, but after they tried and they were not able to play, it was nothing but Juve doing 50 minutes of grinta. Yeah, no, it's true, but it's hard. Huh? From the moment that you unplug yourself as Benfica, it's hard to put that plug in again. Also, the changes that has been made was to not concede that third goal, that fourth goal from Benfica. But no, it's true that we had something that woke us up with these young guys that believed in it, and especially 1 goal, 2 goal, you know, and when you start like that, then you start believing in it. And Benfica started to be really scared. Benfica is not a team that will win the Champions League, so they started to be scared that they know that they were messing up. But anyway, no, we have to congratulate these young kids. We have to congratulate them. So if you are going to let me try to go to Twitter. Why is it not working? It should work. Here. Guys, if we go to that image, guys, Ealing Jr., fantastic. Hey, I know Ealing Jr. Before you go crazy, wait, Miretti and Souley. Can we take them individually and then I will go really fast? So Ealing Jr. has always been fantastic. Youth Academy from Chelsea, super great talent, fantastic player. We saw it 2 times, Empoli and today. Attenzione, he's a player that is missing one thing, is consistency through the year. Okay, that's one of the problems of Ealing Jr. Then, in terms of potential, fantastic player. I would play him. I will alternate him with Kostic until Federico Chiesa is back. No, when Federico is back, he goes to the right side and we alternate Kostic and Samuel Iling Jr. But one of the problems, the main problem of Iling Jr. is his consistency at today. For the rest, he's a really great potential. Miretti, do we have to speak about Miretti? No, he's a fantastic player. We know it. He has the quality, already showed it. The only thing that he's missing is first goal with for Juventus first team. And then Matthias Suleder is missing a bit of physicality and probably a bit of mental strength in being convinced that he's today a first team player. Physicality, growing a bit, being a bit stronger on his legs, and then that conviction of I am a first team player, because he's really young, still a bit shy. If he has these two things, he's a fantastic player. Between the lines today was really great. And this is about the three young players. Ake is injured, guys. But on the other side, thank you, Jesus Macias. It was totally correct. 5 months for Bloodister. It's difficult to reach the top 4 in Serie A. Luckily, I have to say that luckily this game have absolutely no influence in terms of ranking in Serie A today. But we know that the ranking of Serie A is not beautiful. We recuperated 3 points on a lot of teams that are fighting for that 4th spot. Luckily, we recuperated them. We have to see what happened versus Lecce, and then we have big games before the international break. Big games. Inter, Lazio, that is going fantastically well. If we play like we played today, if we play like we played versus Torino or Empoli, it's not enough. It's not enough to beat Inter, Lazio. It's not enough. Maybe you can do it versus Lecce. Maybe you can do it versus Verona, but you will lose again versus direct competitors for the top 4. But it's true. Bonucci was disgraced, especially being the captain. Bonucci was really bad. Baby channel, ciao. Right, Benfica stopped playing also. Yeah. Max Allegri at Canale 5. Je suis content des jeunes. Ils ont beaucoup de qualité. Ils se sont bien comportés. Il faut vite tourner la page parce qu'il reste 4 matchs en Serie A. Allegri, you know that I hate the words of Allegri in post-game, especially after a defeat like today. He said, I'm happy for the young players. They have a lot of qualities. It's correct. They behave really well, not giving up and fighting. And then he said we have to turn the page really fast because in Serie A we have still 4 games before the break. Stefano Gasparo, my friend, how can we miss the approach of an important games of the season so often? It becomes difficult to find the words to explain it. We are used to defeats now. Non siamo da Juve. Stefano is saying it. We are used to defeats. Guys, we lost more than we won, I believe. We are not Juventus. It's unfortunately a harsh but a reality check and a real message. We are not Juventus. What I'm seeing since last year is not Juventus. I'm going to put Allegri aside. We at least need a lot of changes in January for players. But if you have a Chiesa that we don't know how we will come back, if you have a Pogba that stays healthy, there's already 2 signatures that you have, 2 new players that you bring, but we don't know. If on top of that, the players that you have, their best one are injured, and whatever player that you are bringing from wherever are injured as well, I don't know. Move the players from La Continas. I don't know where you have to put them. Igor, 3 months on the channel. Grande Igor. Ciao Beppe. First time in the history Juve conceded 3 goals in the first half. The worst part is I have not any emotions because this was expected, unfortunately. Yeah. Now I told you we are breaking all the records in a negative way. Ciao Punzara. I don't know what to say, Beppe. Enrico, you have to make a song. It's a good therapy to sing. I don't know how we have to fix this. No green until the last 20. 20, you're friendly at 20. Because I remember at the 70th minute I was not happy. No passion. This isn't Juve. You know what? We were surclassed. They were overclassing us in every single sector. They were fast. They were playing. I didn't see Juventus play today. They had no idea.
It's time.
It hurted so much. I think so is the fact that when you are in a negative circle, it's hard to get out of it. You will. One day you will. It's hard. And Allegri at his second year is not able to do it. It's not able to do it. Today, if you're looking at the starters, you have Gatti, Bonucci, Danilo, McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot, Kostic. Look at the midfield. The midfield is exactly the same as last year. The one that we were complaining about, the one that he was complaining about, that it was not strong enough. We are playing with exactly the same midfield. Why? Because Pogba is injured, because Paredes is injured, because we sold Zakaria, because Arthur is injured, even because who else did we buy, guys, in the midfield? Fagioli is not playing. Miretti is not playing. Rovella, we loaned him out. It's the same midfield. The same midfield. You can't expect something else with the same behavior, with the same players, with the same coach. It's over. It's hard, huh? It's hard, but it's the reality. Lars, I feel that we need to gamble, need to see the youngsters. I would do the same. But on the other hand, it will not happen. Why? Why it will not? It's not a way of 4-3-3, 3-5-2. It's here. You know why it will not be happen? Because in Serie A the games are still open to go to qualify in Champions League, and we'll go again with some people that will not choose these young players. Guys, I believe that these guys they deserve the reward to play versus Lecce. I don't care if we win or if we lose versus Lecce. I prefer to lose with youngsters versus Lecce to win a 1-0 bad game with the old one. Ryan saying Allegri will not resign and the management will not sack him after the Champions League exit. Skip to least until the World Cup. During the break, the club will make an assessment on the work of Allegri. These are the words of Nico Schira. I was not expecting... do I have audio problems? Guys, can you tell me if I have audio problems? Let me check. I should be okay. Audio problem. All good for Alessandro. No, yes. No, Beppe. What is no? No is no good or no problem? Audio good, yes, no. Lag audio. Okay, let's continue. If it's not working, telling me I want to read then a few messages before we collapse with the live, before my microphone goes out. I had the message of Alain. No, Alain subscribed. We saw the message of Ron Rositano, of Ala, JCM. Thank you for subscribing. To new members like Wadi and Are that subscribe for the first time following the channel. If you can put a maximum of like, would be nice. Gazzo, thank you for your super chat, Gazzo. Beppe, do we need to sack Max? I already read that one. Jesus Masia as well. Igor, 3 months. Yes. Robert, 17 minutes later. Mamma mia, I am a disaster today. I will read only the comments, guys. I will be fast. What pisses me off the most are Paredes, Di Maria, Pogba. They came to Turin to enjoy the paid vacation. It's a shame, millions wasted. I don't know if they came to enjoy vacation, but the result today is that the three of them, zero. I'm pissed off with them as well. Robert, you are correct to be pissed off, because these were, if you are looking the midfield of today, if you are looking at Cuadrado playing, probably it was something else that we were expecting. With Pogba, with Paredes in the middle, and with Di Maria on the right side, you have another team. Di Maria played one time versus Maccabi Haifa at his full power, and he did 3 assists versus Maccabi Haifa. We agree, but we also lost versus Maccabi Haifa without him. People are saying sometimes you have to go out of YouTube or just refreshing, going in. I'm really sorry for technical problems, guys. Eldar, and thank you, Robert, but you're correct. Eldar, first 70 minutes was absolutely not my Juventus. Absolutely not. It was not. It was a disaster. I agree. Vincent just subscribed. Anthony Lafleur, new. The first time I read your name on the channel and I see your picture. Thank you and sorry for waiting. Ciao Beppe from a Milanista. I hope you're still there, Anthony Lafleur. When I look this Juventus team, I constantly wonder why and who is the leader in this squad. Is there a true leader in this Juve squad? It's a really great question. I hope you are still there, Anthony, because I want to answer that question. That is really a great message. Thank you for your donation, Anthony, because this is another problem on top of what we have. We were speaking about Bonucci. You know Bonucci was in your team. I always appreciated Bonucci. I will not lie today, even if I believe as well, like most of you guys, that his time is over. But if there was something that I never appreciated about Bonucci was his leadership, because he has no leadership. It's not because you are able to yell in locker room that you are a leader. You are not. You are not. You are a leader or you are not a leader. In my career as manager, I saw it so many times. Different approaches to show that you are a leader, and I always saw it. You have silent leaders, you have vocal leaders, but we have no leaders. We have no leaders. In our team, we have no leaders. And I'm speaking about the management that is not able to take the right decisions. I'm speaking about the technical staff that is not able to take harsh decisions. But I'm also speaking about the players, where we have absolutely no leaders. No. Or maybe some more senior players that are not able to make things change. But I can't answer you because we have no. We have no. It hurts me to answer that question, but that's a big problem that we have. That's a big problem that Juventus have. I'm really sad today. Varela is supporting Benfica. Congratulations for your team, Varela. Juventus didn't exit the Champions League because they never played in the first place. It's also true. Punsara, this is so sad when Chiesa is about to come a Vlahovic injury. Let's see how long, but mamma mia, what a disaster. You know, it's rain on the poor, like you learned me to say the last time. Gazzo! Please don't cry, otherwise I will do the same. My girlfriend is absolutely broken in the bedroom. Hard times for a bianconera. Buonasera to all, fino alla fine. Thank you, Gazzo. Look, my son, I didn't speak with my son yet. We were watching, I was watching the game here. My son was watching upstairs. I was live on the Juve channel. And at a certain moment, the people, they heard my son celebrating that equalizing goal. Imagine how frustrated he is at the moment. Imagine what a bad night. Imagine what a bad father I am. I didn't even go to speak with him, and probably now he's sleeping. But I understand what it is with girlfriends, with a son, with family members that are sad. With Juventini that we are sad. We are all sad. Mohammad Youssef, thank you for the donation. Mohammad, our project is confused. Sorry, if only it was focused. No, it's totally confused by far. Experience is youth playing games, but we want to win, so we play all players. We want everything at once. No way. I agree. Look what happened today. We don't play. You know, I can understand. Okay, let's say it like that. Let's say we don't play our young players because the games are too important and we can't lose them. We need experience. Okay, why not? Okay, good. And then you have to win. I'm not speaking about today versus Benfica. I'm speaking since last season already. Then you have to start win with the experienced player. If it's not working, who cares? Let them play. Let's play the youngsters, guys. And I'm not saying here that the youngsters are better than this, but at least you play them. And then you will know if you are able or not to make some saves in terms of not going on the market to buy some new players, but maybe you have them already here. But this is also typical Italy, yeah? This is typically Italy. I understand it's much easier to launch players in a working team. It's the perfect ideal solution. Guys, Juventus, you know what Juventus has to do? To be really honest with themselves, watching in the mirror and tell, we are out of being a winning team at the moment. We start again with total different things. Total different. Because what we did until today is not working. I believe, and I said it the last time, I don't remember on what channel, it was not on mine. I said that one of the problems of Juventus is that we never admitted to ourselves. I'm not speaking publicly because publicly you are half shareholders and it's difficult, but to ourselves, we never admitted that we were bad. We were at the end of it. No, it was over. We never admitted that it was over and that we had to start back because we wanted to continue to win with what we had and we were never able to do it. Zaki Warfa, grande Zaki. Ciao Zaki, thank you for the donation. Beppe, you told me in the summer we are sleepwalking in disaster and we are depending on Leo as center back. Even Pirlo dropped him 2 seasons ago. Security at the back is foundation for team. We should have invested in Gatti. Look, we spoke about it so many times, Jackie. I told you, 4-man defense, you forget about Bonucci. 3-man defense, you can still count on him on some games. But even Allegri, that we are criticizing correctly, even him was already giving up on Bonucci. How many plays he didn't play this season? Guys, if you have injuries, you are obliged to play Quadrado, you are obliged to play Bonucci. You are obliged. Gatti, I agree with you. And that's what we had to do at a certain moment, is admitting that we take the risk of being out of Champions League. Because at the end, the result is the same. The result is the same. It's hard to say we don't care, we put them all aside and we focus on youngsters and we take the risk of being out. It's hard to admit and to say so. We admit that we are out and we play with all your youngsters and the only chance that you have, you are putting them away. But we would have won a lot of time. Today we had probably be a bit further or at least having a bit more clarity. But Bonucci, guys, it's over with Bonucci. It's over. Abai. I try to go faster, guys, but I can't.
La Juve.
Sorry for waiting. Thank you for waiting. Daniel White, as sad as it may sound, that 1 point could have as a bit of Europa League assurance. Yeah, it's true. And we didn't. But it was not deserved. We might not even go into Europa League. It's correct. And it's a lot of million that we are throwing away. This is a real disaster. The financial impact is a disaster. You are missing 20 million euro. Easy. As a club, like comebacks a bit too much. How many times did we have to ride this in Champions League and failed a lot? Guys, if we're looking at the last Champions Leagues, Porto, Ajax, what other team? Porto, Ajax, I forgot them. They are too much today in the group stages. Guys, what other team were we? Lyon, Porto, Ajax, Villarreal. It's a long time, It's a long time that it's over. Long time. But Barca was in the final, guys. Abai, my friend, thank you. We can't really attack, and today even our defense was a disaster. How many times did we let them walk right to our box and cross with no pressure? Shame. You see, Alexandro had to play. Alexandro, that we all want out since long time, not since today. And then you have to cry because Alexandro is not there. Also another one that is physically not able to play a few games in a row. It's a disaster. It's a real disaster. Players that are not able to play 2 games in a row. I was studying Benfica. You know that before today, so the 4 games that they played in Champions League, they always play with the same man. They do not rotation. They have a team. They play with a team. Guys, it's okay to rotate to save energies for the rest of the season. Who cares about the rest of the season if you're already out? Who cares about it if you are already out? We are out. This is a reality. This is the reality. It hurts, yes, but we are out. Ake is injured, guys. He's injured. Chiesa is injured. Ness, Allegri 2.0 was worried that nothing would change, but didn't see the benefit of sacking early. However, today, where was plan B when 20 minutes in the tactic were wrong? There was no plan B. There was no plan B. Louis Pace, Beppe, playing these three young players when we are under pressure is not fair on them, not helping them advance. But guys, at a certain moment, they have to enter. And they showed that they did well. So, guys, at a certain moment, you are playing in first team. You enter when you have to enter. I would love to see him from the start as well, versus Lecce, versus Inter from the beginning of the game. Of course, I want to. Then, guys, or you enter, you enter. Del Piero as well, he entered in some games at a certain moment. You have to enter. We are always under pressure. That it's the first minute or the last minute, Juventus is under pressure. Then they entered and they did well. So today we would not even speak about something positive if they didn't enter. They entered and we can say that at least this was the positive part of Juventus today. The only thing, because the rest was a disaster. The rest was a disaster. Arif, 13 months on the channel. The question is not, are we going to Europa League? The question is, do we want to go to Europa League? Or just concentrate on Serie A? Not in top 4 will be a real disaster. Yes, on the other side, Arif, it's not a question. You have to try. You have to try. Then Europa League, you can go, you can be eliminated really fast. But you have to try. You have to try. You have more games. You have more possibilities to play people. You have your stadium where you're filling in with supporters that are coming, that you are covering a bit the financial part. It's not a question of wanting or not wanting. It's you're obliged to go. You're obliged to go. Unfortunately, because I understand the other part that focusing on Serie A only would be the best solution then. Zaki, be fair, Beppe. DV9 missed. You said it can happen to anybody, but last week you were bashing Keane for missing one chance versus Torino, although he had a good game. No, Zaki. I bashed him because of his miss, because it was a miss that was not acceptable. Like today, Sule it's on his weak foot. We know it, but it's also unacceptable. Like Vlahovic, it's unacceptable. I was pissed off when he missed it. Of course, I am pissed off with him missing. Then Keane, I spoke really well about him, guys. Today he dropped me down. He let me down, Moise Keane, for a performance that was not good, like the rest of the team, not only Moise Keane, but. Moise Keane is a player that I don't see any future for him at Juventus, unfortunately, where Vlahovic is a top player. For me, my opinion, then people that they like him or they don't like him, everyone has an own opinion. For me, he's a top player that needs to grow because it's the first time that he's playing in Juventus that has other pressure. I'm scared to say a big team because we are not a big team at the moment, but he's playing in a team that is supposed to be great, in a team that is not working well. No, guys, Vlahovic, I'm pissed off with his miss today. Of course, I'm pissed off with his miss. It can happen to everyone. Yes, of course, it can happen to everyone. It can happen like it happened to Moise Keane, to Sule, to Bernardeschi last year, to everyone except of Holland. Holland is not missing them. But Vlahovic is not at the level of Holland. Vlahovic is not at the level of Holland. But I was not bashing the performance of Keane because you know it. And if you go back and you watch, Moise Keane, especially last week versus Empoli, played an amazing game. And in Torino game, he gave a lot of opportunities to his team. Then he missed them. Of course, if it's easier for me to be pissed off with a player that scored 0 goals on 9 games, he scored last week, then versus one that is scoring 7 goals, and today he was about to score, then they changed, but he scored his 8 goals. It's a different story. Hopefully the audio is better, guys. Hopefully, But thank you, and guys, Vlahovic has a lot of things to learn. Now he will not have the opportunity because he's injured. He's injured. Injured. Victor Cano, grande Victor. Thank you for the disappointed Allegri is still here. Coward football. I knew he would not be changed now at the few games of the end of the season. I knew it. Then I saw some people like Gazzo934 saying we start with Pirlo. Guys, Pirlo is a disaster. Pirlo is a disaster. One day maybe will be a great coach, but it's a disaster. Look, Cannavaro, he go to Benevento, disaster. Not everyone is made to be a coach, and maybe he will be, but I would not go back to Pirlo, guys. Seriously. Gazzo, we change. Give it to, I don't know, you are not obliged to go with a big name, Zinedine Zidane, that is not available. I'm just taking an example. You can go with another one, an emerging coach. The problem is that who is available today? Who is available? Where would you go? You go with Ranieri. I'm speaking now. Then, mid-season, the World Cup, you go, you change. You change. But yeah, I'm disappointed as well. You know, I said it for the people that don't, they want to listen to me, they understand me or whatever, that know me since I was already at Juventus. I always said, for me, it was a correct decision to dismiss Allegri back then in 1819, respecting Allegri for what he did, but it was a correct decision to change. Unfortunately, we made a lot of mistakes during that time. For me, it was a mistake to take Allegri back. I was not an Allegri back. It's on video, it's live, so I'm not changing opinion now. Then, when you have Allegri, I said, wow, he's taking a big challenge. He's taking an immense challenge that I don't know who will be able to solve that situation. But Allegri 2.0, it's a disaster. The facts are saying that it's a disaster. GCM, new member on the channel, grande GCM, grandissimo, really appreciate it, my friend. It's really appreciated, I promise you, because it's not easy. We are all saying it's easy. But putting a like on the channel in moments like that,
La Juve.
It's hard. Watching is hard. Becoming a member or doing a donation is hard. So thank you, really, I appreciate it. I'm not fast enough to read all of you, but know one thing that I really appreciate it. Radovan is sad for my son. I wish I had a person who loves me as a girlfriend, of course. I'm not a girl, Punzara. I can't help you. ADP, grand ADP. Again, the loss surely on Allegri. It's harsh to criticize the players when they have no plan. All rigid position football with zero expectation. Ciao ADP, thank you for me, guys. It's on everyone. I said it and I repeat it a lot of times. It's on the management that didn't fill some position. I'm not speaking about 1 year because you can't change everything in 1 year. I'm speaking about the past years where we made mistake on mistake. And in football, when you are working with contracts of multiple years, every mistake you are doing, it's hard to address in a short term. You can address it in long term, but really hard to address in short term if you completely failed. And if you are not stopping to do one mistake after the other, it's really hard. So management mistakes, if today you are presenting yourself with Alexandro and De Sciglio on the left side, it's a problem, especially because De Sciglio is a right foot player that can play on the left, and you know that he's an injury prone player. Where is De Sciglio? He's not there. If you play with Danilo that you are not even sure what position he has, and he's playing one game as a center defender on the left, and then as a fullback on the left, and then as a fullback on the right, and then he's playing as a two-man defense, then three-man defense. Guys. So it means because your team is not complete, one. Then you are buying players and they are all injured. You have a problem with J Medical. You have a problem with the players that you bought because we knew that Pogba was injury prone. Then something else happened. But anyway, if it was not that, it would have been something else. Look, Vlahovic injured. Every player injured. Players that were never injured, they are injured in our team. Chiesa, well, it was something else, but we also have the bad luck on our side. Referee decision really strange. Sometimes not today. Sometimes everything can be bad because when it's bad, it's bad, bad, bad. One thing bad more. One thing bad more. One thing bad more. It never ends. And then the players. There are some players, guys. Sorry to say. We said about Allegri. We criticized him, and he's at fault. And he's the manager, so he's the first one that should pay. And we agree on that. Then if we are going one layer down, that players don't know what to do, I can agree. But I saw a message a bit later that we will read. I just saw it with my eyes from a GCM about pass accuracy. Guys, at a certain moment, I'm sorry, pass accuracy is the basic of football. And I'm not saying that you need to have 100%. I would love to continue to criticize players as well in that situation. I'm not saying putting the blame on the players, but I want to say taking them with the problem, not excluding them. Because guys, if you're not able to react, if you are just giving your other cheek, then you're looking for it. Ciao Beppe, just to know where you think we can go from here. Today, nowhere. Because if you're slapped in your face one time and you don't react, okay. If you're slapped in your face the second time and you don't learn your lesson,
La Juve.
If it happens 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, if Monza was not enough to wake up the players and the coach, if Salernitana was not enough, if Sampdoria was not enough, if Fiorentina was not enough, if Benfica was not enough, if Maccabi Haifa was not enough to wake up and to give certainties and to make them really change, then I don't know where we can go from here. Probably nowhere. Nowhere. If Beppe, the hierarchy and poor Mercato this summer was the start of the bad things. Yeah, of course. But we tried with the Mercato. We tried, but we focused in the center part in the field, and all these players are not there. And we neglect. It's not neglected, but we were not financially strong enough to go on the left side. Then I don't understand the decision to put a young player like Cambiaso out of the team. A Pellegrini I don't understand because it's a player I don't like. A Pellegrini. But the other ones, guys, I don't understand. Gazzo. We start with Pirlo. Tuchel is also available. Tuchel is, guys, you will do the same mistakes. You will go with a trainer that you are not totally convinced about. Pirlo, we just spoke about it because I saw your comment, Gazzo. Thank you for the donation. But I don't agree on Pirlo. I don't agree on Tuchel. Then if you tell me, Beppe, today do we have to change coach? Probably I will tell you yes. Do we have to continue until the World Cup? If you give me a real name that we believe in it and that we are convinced, I change tomorrow. I changed yesterday. Then the World Cup break there will be a lot of reflection. Guys, you remember I told you one thing a few days ago. I told you that the meeting with the shareholders would have been found a place on the 28th of October. They postponed it at the 23rd of November. I believe that a lot of things will be decided there before and announced maybe. Let's see. GCM, grande GCM. Beppe, you have been saying it for weeks, and today was the worst example of our horrifying pass accuracy. I cannot understand it. But that's where, I don't want to isolate players saying, they are glorious, they are super, they are really great. Of course, they are influenced by a coach. Of course, I agree on that. I understand. If we don't have the solution, if you don't understand what is the message, you are creating confusion. But then, guys, when we had the Milan fan a bit earlier with the donation that was telling Beppe, who is the leader? As a Milan fan, I'm asking you, who is the leader of your team? And we don't know. Then also on the team we have a problem. If the players on the field are not able to pass at 2 meters of distance, it's a problem, guys. It's a real problem that I'm saying since really long. Why? Because the team is going wide and you have to go long. Because the team is not convinced about themselves. Because the team is scared. Because you don't have that grinta. Look at the team of the young players of under 19 today. I don't know if you watched the game or not. They believed in themselves. They won 3-2 in a remontada versus the winners of the previous Champions League of the Youth. But I don't understand that pass accuracy. This is a problem that for me, I will never understand it. I will never understand it. Then, that the players are anticipating you, that are pressing you, and you lose the ball. Okay, I understand. But when you have zero pressure, this is where I start to be really questioning myself. When you have zero pressure and you miss the ball, yeah, it's like Milik. Milik, that pass to Sule was a disaster. Huh? Was a disaster. Not only Milik, Quadrado, McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot. How many times did we give back the ball to Benfica? How many times? We take the ball and we say, here, prego, welcome, here is the ball. Italiano. But Italiano as well, guys. Italiano is also a coach that I always said that I liked. But I said, attenzione, I want to see him first managing 2 games a week. For the first year, he's doing it and he's failing hard. That doesn't mean that we have to give up on Italiano. That means that what he's learning now, it will be useful for him in his future career as a coach. Personally, I didn't want to have an Italiano to our team now that is a disaster. Italiano, he never worked with a team that is a disaster, that is lacking conviction in themselves, that is at the bottom. He never worked with that. So on top of managing 2 games that are new for him, new ways of training, new ways of everything, he has also to take back a team that is losing their confidence, that are totally lost. So it will be an immense, big difficulty job for Italiano that probably would have failed. Look at the Zerbi, glorified by everyone. 2 points in how much? 5 games. 2 points in 5 games. He never scores. Attacking-minded coach, because it's hard. It's really hard to arrive, to change, to do. Vincenzo Italiano, good, but then he can arrive there, and I hope he arrives there. It's funny that people are talking Europa League, we might finish 4th. Yeah, of course. We said it earlier. Huh? We are not yet in Europa League. Luckily, we scored 3 goals versus Maccabi Haifa in our home, but we are not in Europa League yet. No. Disaster. It's not true that it cost nothing. Sam, I see your message now. I will read it immediately. Thank you for your donation, Sam. Because, guys, we are not, what's the name here? Aston Villa. That goes in Spain, because in Spain you're obliged to have a clause that you are going in Spain and that you buy the clothes. And the coach, he said, I go. Okay, I go. No. Here he has a contract. He renewed his contract. He had a clause in the summer that was not activated by anyone. He has a contract, huh? So it's not you go to Fiorentina and say, come here, Italiano. And
La Juve.
Okay, it's not FIFA that you go, you buy a coach. No. If he has a clause, you can start negotiating to have him immediately. If he says yes, and if you pay the money, the other club can't say nothing. What Aston Villa did to Villarreal, what Chelsea did with Brighton above, I will call them Brighton. It's annoying, these names. But Juventus can't do it for Italiano because he has no clause to leave in the middle of the season. He extended, if I'm not wrong, until 2024. So forget about going and taking Italiano tomorrow morning. Then in the summer you can start a negotiation, you can do whatever you want, and maybe they will say yes. Anthony, maybe Zizou is coming. He will go to France. The midfielders are the same as last season, yes, but this midfield is even worse. Yeah, of course, because when you are going down, you take everything with you down. Yeah. Locatelli last year, we were sawing some beautiful big beginning of the season. Then injury, and also he disappeared. He was tired after the Euro, and he was a bit less performing at the end. But now, not even disaster season for him. Sleeping giant is still a giant. I agree with that. Sylvain, let's destroy Lecce Saturday. Never give up. We have to. Is Vlahovic seriously injured? Apparently, yes. Then how long? I don't know. Did I miss someone? Massimo Lesti. Did I read Massimo Lesti? No, I didn't read Massimo Lesti. Massimo Lesti saying, please just wake me up 10 months. Thank you, Massimo. When Chiesa, Pogba, and Di Maria will all be fit, no point in talking about this team until then. You want to see a funny message, guys? Do you want to see a funny message? I can show you a funny message.
La Juve.
Wait, I will show you. I will show you a funny message, guys. Wait, I saved the picture, guys. It's long. It's long time ago. Mamma mia, what a disaster! I will show you a message and from our friend Victor Cano from long time ago. Watch this one, guys. It's from really long time ago. Can you read it? I'm sure Victor Cano is still there. Huh? It's still there on the channel. Today was there as well. Victor Cano was writing when Pirlo was there. Huh? Juve versus Porto, full-time reaction when we were eliminated. He wrote, let's bring Allegri back. Wait, let's bring Allegri back. Pirlo isn't the coach. The team can't focus and has no identity. Bentancur should never play again for us. I want to win again. We tried. And it didn't work, Victor. It makes me laugh because I'm nervous and because it's a long time ago that we are in that situation. Mamma mia. Blame Victor now. It's because of Victor. Mamma mia, what a disaster. Oh, you know why? Because he's here. He's there. Victor Cano. He's there in the chat. Oh, guys, after 1 hour and 17 minutes, you made me laugh for the first time. Guys. Because we were desperate at the time. Also, people that says bring Pirlo back, guys. I don't know if we were in the same situation. We had no idea where to go, and probably Agnelli was watching this live. He watched the message of Victor, and he said, Victor, he has a really great idea. Let's try this. He sold Bentancur. Look, everything was done. Bentancur is not there anymore. He's playing at Tottenham. Allegri is back. Pirlo is not the coach. The only thing that didn't change is that we didn't win. We are still not winning. Mamma mia. We love Victor. Grande Victor. Let's read the message of Gazzo. One day, Beppe, we have a drink together at the Allianz Stadium. I would love to and laugh about the situation right now. It's hard, but the love is always stronger for the Juve. I hope so, Gazzo. I really hope so. Gazzo, you didn't tell me from what country you are. I'm trying to understand with the picture, but it's hard to identify from the picture where you are from, or at least in what country you're based. I can't guess it, Gazzo. You need to tell me, Gazzo. I'm curious. Thank you for the donation, Gazzo. Maybe living in Germany. I'm going with a wild guess. Robert is asking now. Everyone is asking to Victor new things because Victor is doing things. He's doing things, guys. Ciao Taber. What a situation. What a disaster. Wait, it's not over. I have to continue to read. Alenieta Rian. Did I read the message of Gazzo? Yeah. Jesus Macias. Have we touched rock bottom? I don't know. You know that today I can't tell you. Beppe, I saw Zidane miss pass and slip over under a bad coach. Yeah, of course, ADP. Of course, ADP. It doesn't help. Of course, it doesn't help. Of course, now I agree, but you can't tell me that, guys. It's or like we saw with Victor, it's not new. It's with Pirlo. It was with Sarri. It's with everyone, guys. Victor, make a wish. The message of Dr. A. Guys, be kind with Victor. Guys, because now we are laughing with Victor, but I can promise you, and I really promise you, that these messages back then, a lot. Everyone, Pirlo out, Pirlo out, Pirlo out. Guys, I'm tired of the situation. We are the only one that is never going out is the situation we are in. I would love that we stop with that situation. Please, please, Victor, make the wish that we are going out of that situation, of that nightmare. Yeah, because I can take it because there are a lot of loyal fans here. That I know. Even Softic, I don't know where is Softic. He was there with me on the live of even Softic. Softic, he was always there, and he was saying bring Allegri back. Even Softic. No, a lot of people. I remember. I have all the names in my books.
La Juve.
Attenzione. Is it Germany, Gazzo? Mamma mia! You see, I'm fantastic. You see, just the image. Picture is the Allianz Stadium match against Bologna last year, 1-1. Poor Gazzo, he went to the Bologna game. It was when we were playing with our Ford kit, no? With our Ford kit, the launch of the Ford kit, if I remember well. What a disaster. Every time we are launching a new kit and we play, we draw or we lose. Disaster. But I can't answer it, Jesus, because the problem is every time we are saying the rock bottom, and then we find a new way to go in.
Disaster. La Juve.
Disaster. La Juve. Di Maria, where are you? Mamma mia, it's because of you. What about Pippo Inzaghi? Mamma mia. No, Pippo Inzaghi, guys, he was a fantastic striker, but he's so bad as a coach. No. We all are bad. We are all bad. I agree. Sam, Italiano is in Juve is an upgrade, but everyone is an upgrade today, guys. Worse. Can it be worse? We are 8 in Serie A. We are out of Champions League, guys. GT saying out. I remember last time GT was pissed off. He was pissed off, GT. With the loss versus what game it was that he was pissed off really a lot. I don't remember if it was Maccabi Haifa. Ciao, my beautiful Juventino. I am sad, but you are here this first. You hear this first. Max will leave us on the 7th of November. Remember when you heard this. No, the 7th, no, because we still have to play until the 13th. If you tell me the 13th, the 7th makes no sense, guys. The 7th is the day after Inter. The day after Inter. He has no close. He has no close in the middle of the season. Maybe he has a close for the summer that can be activated, but not for the during the year. Not for during the year, I can tell you. ADP, Beppe, I saw Zidane. But I saw it. Thank you for the donation, ADP. Beppe, I saw a missed pass from Zidane. This Juventus remind me of Del Neri times. Total chaos. Bah. People, they forget, but it was also really bad. The Del Neri time was awful. I remember losing to Cesena, to Siena. Every time we lost 3-1, and we were winning 1-0 every time. We won 1-0, and then we were losing 3-1. But no, I agree. Guys, I'm not here to defend Allegri. What do you want to defend? The project is failed. Today, the project has failed. And not because we are out of Champions League. You start and you are doing bad. If you solve the situation and you show, and then you lose one goal on a counter-attack, it's 3-2 for Benfica because at the end it was 2-2. You try to win because you were obliged and they go in counter-attack. You say, okay, we tried. It was 2-2. We didn't give up. No, it's the way. It's the way. The way hurt it a lot, really a lot. Dr. A, we saw it. Victor make a wish. Fantastic message of Dr. A. A lot of messages for Victor. Fantastic. Victor, you know we love you. Disaster. Piligus, grande. Sorry, I was in class. Does Allegri still have a job? We were just speaking about it, Piligus. Thank you. Piligus, no. Psiligus. Thank you for a donation, Psili. Well, yes, and he will until the end of the year. Then will he be there for 2023? Big question mark. Guys, I tell you today, or we go with a Montero for the last 5 games. We go with Montero 5 games because we already have a coach in January, or we continue until there, and then we see who's available on the market. Probably the discussion already started with new coaches. No, Robin, I'm already in a depression phase. If you, on top of what I'm reading today and the feelings I have today, I have to relive the Porto game. Mamma mia. The book. Where is the book, by the way?
La Juve.
I don't know where is the book. I thought I put it on a safe place and I lost it again. Let me check if I have the book. So it's here. The book is here. We will read it because it's the birthday, by the way, of Federico Chiesa, but also of Around Turin, Maurizio Giovanelli. We will read one for the next phase. Colo99 is saying, as a Juve fan, we support the team until the end, but today was the end. What do we do then, Colo? We stop supporting. Mamma mia, what a disaster. I'm crying. Gazzo, you're too good. You're too good, Gazzo. Thank you for the donation, Gazzo. We already read it. Did we code up with the messages, or did I forgot someone? Endrit, super chat. Thank you, Endrit. Thank you, Endrit. Fantastic. Yeah, there are still a lot of games to be pissed off at. I will coach Juve for 100k. Ron, I think we will all do for free, to be honest. Robert, Juventus will never hire non-Italian. Yeah, but probably I can tell you, if we continue like that, which probably will, we will go for Deschamps. It's the birthday of Mohamed Youssef. Oh, attenzione! Can we do at least we have a good news? It's the birthday of Mohamed Youssef, guys. Super loyal on the channel, always there. Great times, bad times, whatever, is always there, putting the face. Always supportive. Guys, there are some people, everyone deserves a happy birthday, but some people I really appreciate. So from the deepest of my heart, Mohamed Youssef, I wish you the best. I really wish you the best. I wish you, but also all the other people, Chiesa, Maurizio, all the people that are celebrating.
It's time.
Other times, better times. I wish you to have a smile and being proud again about what we see about Juventus. On top, of course, of health, happiness, family, and whatever I can wish you. Happy birthday, Mohamed Youssef. Endrit, grazie. I already said it. From Albania, Endrit. This time I didn't forget. I didn't forget. Dr. A, Beppe, when can we do a live? You want to do a live? I'm live. Wait, tomorrow we have Champions League. We can organize. Dr. A, write me wherever you want in Instagram or so on. We check a date, or no, not Thursday because I have my course. So, or around the weekend, or maybe Sunday. Sunday can be a good day. Or Sunday, we can organize for Sunday, Dr. A. Write me on Twitter, Instagram, on the Telegram group in private message. You're right, man. We organize. I would be with some fans from the channel. I would love to do it. I would let you speak, guys. We can do that. Will anyone bring? To be honest, anyone will bring good energy. Yeah, but we need. I agree with that. The other energy, the change, the mental change. Beppe, do you think we should break the tradition of hiring? I don't care about. To be honest, I don't care about Italian, non-Italian. I want a coach that is able to change the situation. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm not someone that is stick to Italian coaches. If you bring me Italiano next year, if you bring me Sottil, if you bring whoever, young, old, whatever, I don't care. I really don't care. Bring me and we do. If you bring me, guys, I told you, the preferred one I have, the secret dream, is Jurgen Klopp. That will not join Juventus, unfortunately. Jurgen Klopp is the coach that I would love to see at Juve, really. Today Uncle Sharma is celebrating Joao Mario ancora. What can we say to the Inter fans? Nothing. Today we slick, guys. We slick because we deserve to be mocked. Then 3 years, 2 years and a half that we deserve to be mocked, and we take it. And we will be back, stronger again. I am happy for all the messages for Mohammed. See, I respect Uncle Sharma a lot. He's not like the other ones. I support Juve in... no. He's honest. He's coming here saying Joao Mario again. He's happy. I would do the same, man. I would do the same. I respect that. Di Maria and Paredes are big flops. I think as well. It annoyed me, especially today. Every time I heard and I saw his face, he annoyed me. I agree. But the problem is, I tell you the truth. I don't know who to put. And this is a big problem. This is a big problem. Ciao, Michael Tan. I saw a few messages of you, but I didn't read them. Pogba in Di Maria will put it. Chiesa. We can put Chiesa. Yeah, probably. But when you don't have a lot of players to choose from, you know how hard it is. You know that sometimes, that for the first time ever, I didn't buy yet the third shirt. I didn't. You know why? Because I don't know who to put on the shirt. Ricardo, before I forget, I see renewing for 9 months. This hurts a lot, but I always love my old lady. Well, for me, these moments are making me love Juve even more. Strange, it's strange how we are. We are like sadomasochist. We love when it hurts. We are loving it even more. At least I am like that. But it's true. And La Juve was annoying for me as well. I agree.
La Juve.
Here we are with La Juve. I know. Yeah, Di Maria. I was about to call you Di Maria, Cecilia. Cecilia, we will provide. I can't do it now live, but we will provide. We will put Chiesa again. Chiesa, but that's the only one. We need at least 2-3 players. Or we have to go vintage with Del Piero, Trezeguet, Davids. Because I was saying I didn't buy the third shirt yet. I didn't because I don't know who to put on the back. I already have who? Miretti. I will wait until after the World Cup. No, Rabiot, no. I don't want to see Rabiot neither. Buffon and Giorgio, it's LA and Parma. They are still not out of business. So imagine we play in Coppa Italia versus Parma, for example. No. After the retirement, we go. Sisman, Benfica service, Bab. I know. But for me, it's not even that the problem because you know it. For me, it's if Rabiot is at 7 million, there is a why. Then I always said more salary doesn't make you a better person or doesn't make you a better player. It means that at a certain moment you showed probably that you deserve it. Who and how? Because of performances, because of a €0 contract and pre-pandemic with the Cristiano Ronaldo. There is always a why. Does he deserve him? Absolutely not. But then the salary. Juventus is bad. Everyone, McKennie's earning how much? 3 million, I believe. He was bad. As much as Rabiot with 7 million. As much as Moiskin with a lot less than that. It's not the salary. It's just because Juventus was bad. I agree with Karim Selim that he's saying the management shouldn't have discussed any renewal. Then, attenzione, because we have to pay attention. Is it true or not? Because I know that he has been reported by Romeo Agresti that is a lot of times correct, and he would not have spoken it out without checking the sources. Then, until what point is it really correct or not? Everyone can do mistakes, the sources as well. Maybe it's a rumor just, Where to get Juve vintage shirts? You can have them on 2 different sites. Classic football shirts in UK. They are delivering everywhere in the world, but of course it's sometimes a bit more expensive because it's pound, because if you live outside of Europe, it costs you sometimes even more when you are delivering the goods. Not always, depends, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Then there is another one, a French site, who is a bit less expensive, vintage football shirt or something like that. Vintage football area, I don't remember, I have to check. And these are fantastic, but most of the time vintage shirt, they cost a bit of money. They cost a bit more expensive. Marquise, fantastic Marquise. Guys, 1 hour 38 was good to speak. We crossed the 300 likes at least. Yeah, of course, of course. And I would be pissed off if we continue to do the same mistakes. If there is something that Juventus is doing well, we are not doing a lot of things well. But if there is something that we are doing well, it's the fact that we are stopping with at least giving crazy salaries to players with long contracts and so on and so on. Bernardeschi went away, Dybala away, Giorgio Chiellini stopped. There are a lot of changes there. And even if Bonucci would renew, what we all hope will not happen. But Bonucci is taking 6.5. If he renews, he goes at a much lower salary for 1 more year. So, Quadrado, we didn't renew. He wanted to be renewed. Guys, we can say, why is he playing? Is he playing because there is nobody else on the right side? Okay, that's why. He should not have been and never been a starter this season. But Juventus, they tried really to sell Quadrado. But what do you want? What do we expect also from Juventus with players like Alexandro that is end of contract? Rabiot that is end of contract. Quadrado that is end of contract. And today, guys, seriously, watch. I'm really honest with you. Quadrado, 34 years old. 34. Bonucci, 35. Alexandro, 31. Danilo, 31. Szczesny, 32. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 over 30s. 5 over 30s players. You know how much over 30 players Benfica had today? Otamendi. That's it. 29 years for Gilberto that entered in the second half. It's not only about young players, because you play with Rafa Silva is 29, Joao Mario is 29, 27 for Grimaldo. You know, you have also players from, but you also have players like 18 for Silva in defense, 21 for Enzo Fernandez, 21 for the guy that is never scoring there but playing really well, Gonzalo Ramos, 23 for Luis Fernandez, Luis. So, and who was really in difficulty today? Bonucci, Quadrado. They were really in difficulty. Robert, Giuseppe, when Juventus will play Perin as a first choice goalkeeper? Never. I know it's not the answer that you would love, Robert, but I tell you the things how they are. Why? Because you have a goalkeeper, Szczesny, that is there with a contract for 2 more years. After this one, it has 2 more years. It's 1 + 1 year automatic extension. And he's earning 7 million euro, 6.5 or 7 million, I believe, 6.5. Let's say 6.5. Why? Also there, pre-pandemic, bad decisions. And if your first goalkeeper, you can't put him on the bench because he has a long contract. Or he decides to leave Juventus because he has an offer, and then you're okay. But probably then we will go with another goalkeeper. Perin did really well in the beginning of the season. September was his month. He saved us a lot. It's a player, it's a goalkeeper I like, but it's not the one that I see as my first goalkeeper for the next 5 years, 10 years. I believe that today Szczesny is the least of my big problems, even if it's true that Perin is a good goalkeeper. And probably this season he deserves to be the starter. But in a team, in a business, it's not easy to take this decision. For goalkeeper role, I'm speaking about goalkeeper role. I will send them to you, Michael. Between 27, 29 is when you reach your peak. Then from 31, you start to go a bit lower. Danilo, 31, and Alexandro should not be considered old, but should be, the real seniors of the team that are there with the youngsters that are running around. And that's what we are missing, because if you are seeing who are our youngest players, Keane and Vlahovic. Keane, with all the respect, we tried. It's not working. Vlahovic and McKennie, Locatelli and McKennie, they are not delivering. It's not about let's sell. We want to sell. If he doesn't want to go, Yes, they overpaid Vlahovic, but not because it was or that or nothing. It was as easy as that. You wanted him in January, it was that price. If you didn't want him in January, if you wanted to wait and risk it to have it at a lower price, then he was gone to another team. He was gone. in the summer he was gone to other teams. So you were obliged to give that money. It was or that or nothing. Then is he worth at the moment today 75 or 80 million euro with the salary? No, but guys, with the competency that you have from around the world, from Premier League, it's or that or ciao. And I think Juventus did something that they had to do. They did well to do it. So it's a pity. Uncle Sharma is asking, hey, Juventini, what position does Ealing Jr. play in Primavera? Well, it's a winger. It's a left winger that can play in a 4-4-2, in a 4-3-3, 3-5-2, but we didn't play a lot in the 3-5-2 last year with the Primavera. But it's a left winger. But I was saying it earlier, the problem, it's normal. But today, his weakness, not the problem, the weakness yet of Ealing Jr. is to have a consistent streak of games, full games, where sometimes he's not able to give that consistency in a game, and especially not in a streak of games. So that's something where he has to grow, but then he's really talented. He's fast, Chelsea Product Academy, fantastic young player, fantastic. Not new for people who are watching the under 23, under 19, because he's there already since some time. But it's a real left winger. Not a lot of defensive skills, or don't ask him to defend a lot. But he has a bit that unpredictability that Kostic is missing. A bit of that fantasy, that magic that he's missing. But he's missing a bit of the physicality that Kostic has, for example. Kostic is today I can't complain about Kostic. GFTV Luca. Well, which Luca is it? Is it the Luca of TikTok? Is it Juventus Fan TV Luca? Yo, Beppe. He's saying yo. He's saying yo. So if it's yo, then it's GFTV Luca. Sad night, but at least Ealing Jr. Shown and proved he should play. Looks like a proper talent. We were just speaking about Ealing Jr. Luca. That I follow him since 3 years. I saw the evolution since he came. 2 years. I saw him evaluating with Juve. I said it, a player that I really appreciate, I really like. But guys, they're arriving, they are shining, they are doing, and I would do it. I would play him. But for me today, the problem was not on the left side. You have a Kostic that did a fantastic first half. You can't play with two players. Then what I would do personally is let him grow with that first team. Chiesa, when he goes back, you put him on the right side. You alternate in that 4-3-3, Chiesa and Di Maria. If one day Di Maria wants to play, if he stops being injured or suspended, you have two men there. You have Chiesa and Di Maria in 4-3-3, and you have a Kostic with a Ealing Jr. On top of that, you also have a Soule that is able to play between the lines a bit more centrally, also there on the right side. And you play with these guys. Next year, Di Maria, you don't extend, and you have Chiesa Soule on the right. You have Ealing Jr. Kostic. And then up front, you have Vlahovic with Milik that you can change. You have your favorite. And here, you already built with some young talents there. In the middle, you have a Miretti and so on. So... Now, saying Ealing Jr. is the starter, in 2 weeks you will complain that he's bad. We saw the same stories with Felix Correa and so on. But it's a guy that we have to give some confidence, of course. We have to let him play a bit more. We have some talents that we can use, and probably we are not using enough. And we should. Then, managing these young kids in difficult moments as we have, it would be too easy to let them be responsible for the Juventus disaster. Would be too easy. We have to be cautious. Look at Miretti. He disappeared after the penalty he caused versus Benfica because mentally it was a big hit for him. Big hit. And it's normal because they have to learn. They have to do these mistakes and they have to be stronger about it. But Kostic was, for me, was really great today. Not a lot of great people today, but Kostic was, and then the youngsters that came in. Guys, we finish with the book. Why am I still putting the message of Uncle Charma? But I said it, that fast, really great in dribbling. He's able to go out like Kostic is doing, so going more wide and then come in. Really going towards the corner kick and then coming, but he's also able, he has that capacity to enter the field. He has that magic, he has that fantasy. Again, he's not really consistent, a bit light. Sometimes he disappears, but a lot of great skills. Then it's not the one that will score you a lot of goals. It's not the one that is scoring, but who cares if he's bringing us a lot of things. You know that, guys, in 4 days it will be the 130th. No, what am I saying? Yeah, 100. How much? 100. I don't know. It will be the birthday of Juventus on the 1st of November. What game do we have before the birthday? We have Lecce on Saturday. Then it's the birthday, and the day after we play versus Paris Saint-Germain. Mamma mia. Guys. No, Luca, but this is a long discussion. Before the page, wait, I want to answer that one. That we are not using the talents. We have to look everything at 360 degrees, Luca. Juventus has always been bad in development of youth, because we never invested in our youth, because it was not a priority, because we had a Primavera that is absolutely not competitive. The Primavera is now the under 19, but the Campionato Primavera was absolutely not competitive, because the jump between Primavera and first team has always been too big. And Juventus never invested in their youth team. They, maybe if there was a miracle, why not? Like Moise Kean, that now is not performing, but I remember a Moise Kean that we brought from there that was fantastic before that we were obliged to sell him for financial reasons. But we always saw these players like profit. We bring some players, we let them shine a bit, we put them in first team for one game, and then we sell them. Was a bad strategy, because the other teams like Chelsea in Premier League, but also Anderlecht in Belgium, Sporting Lisbona in Portugal, and even in the past, not anymore now, but in the past, teams like Atalanta invested a lot in their youth, and they played their young people. Our problem is that we never had these players. We started to invest in them 4 years ago, and for the first time we have qualitative players that are starting to play, and we are letting them play because they are worth being played. And we are speaking about Miretti, for example, because he's really a generational talent. So it's not exactly true that we are not giving chances to players. The problem is that we never had qualitative players. If you go back in history and all the young players that went out, and we can go really far in the past, they never succeeded somewhere else. Maybe we'll go with 4, maybe 3 players that were not given the chance at Juve that succeeded somewhere else. The first name is Immobile, but how long did it take for Immobile to become a star at Lazio? Then Juventus is now believing in that project because we are investing, but it's not because you invest tomorrow that you will have today the players that are ready to play. And that's the thing. I see a total change. If you followed the press conference of Juventus, you saw a total change in Kingsley Coman is not coming from our youth academy. It's coming from Paris Saint-Germain. I'm speaking about really players that we developed in our youth academy and that we are letting grow. Now they are starting to be at the center of a project in terms of words, in terms of how we want to put them into the light. Also the decision, it's a mentality change that for the first time ever, we said we keep 3 players in our first team from the young academy. And we are speaking about Sule, Miretti, Fagioli. Then we are also speaking about players like Ealing Jr. that are going up from our youth academy, next gen, that are going up and they are starting to play. Not enough, and I agree with that. We are still far, I agree. But as I said, when you have a team like Bayern Munich that is performing and you put one generational talent in your team, it's easier. When you have a Barcelona from a few years ago that is bringing a Pedri or a Gavi, Pedri is not even coming from the youth academy from Barcelona, but he played there a bit. It's a different story. Also because Barcelona, they have an identity where they are playing since they are 4 or 5 years as a kid with the same way of playing. So for them, it's not difficult to enter because they perfectly know what are expected from them. At Juventus, we have today no identity. That's the problem. We don't know. So we have to adapt. One time we play 4-3-3, one time we are playing 3-5-2. It's not only the numbers of where, it's also sometimes we want to go back, sometimes we want to go up, sometimes we don't know, sometimes we have to manage the game. In under 23 we are playing in a total different way. In under 19 we are playing with a total different way. There is no harmony. It's difficult for the players. There is no streamline. Like, okay, I play like that with my under 15, 17, 19. I go to the under 23 next gen and then I go to the first team. And I know how we play because it's a system of Juventus. It can be a counter-attack system. It can be a defensive system. It can be an offensive. I don't care. But one way. Here, it's like they arrive in a total different new team. And that's important. But I would not give up on it. I would not be like Juventus never used them. We never used them because we never had the talents. Why? Because we were never investing in them. Today, for the first time, we have some quality players. If you look at how many games Miretti is playing, we can't say that we don't play them because they are. Then, for me personally, a Soulé that I love, and you know it, how many times do I speak about Soulé? He still miss one thing to be a starter, but he has the gem to do it. And I'm happy. And he's starting to receive the chances. Maybe a bit too late. Okay, Allegri is not a coach that will say, let's play with 5 players from the beginning of the team. He will not. We know it. He needs to be 100% convinced that he will not damage the young guy and also that the young guy will answer his request. He needs maturity. If the players are a bit shy, are not strong enough, he will try to overprotect them with the consequence that they will not play enough. And it's a vicious circle. But we have to say that we see some changes in the culture of growing up young talents, but you can't have it from one day to another. Is it now a good moment to? It's a yes or no. It's a gamble. Or you start versus Lecce, versus Paris Saint-Germain because we are still out of the competition. You start versus Inter. You start with all these young players, maybe more than one, maybe with 3 or 4, and you take it. And you depress them, and people will start to blame them, and you finish their career earlier than it even started because the beautiful insight of Ealing Jr., you are expecting them now for 90 minutes, while we didn't see him doing it for 90 minutes. And that's why I would be prudent, but I agree with you, fantastic player, Ealing Jr., but the problem is not on the left side with Kostic, the problem is on the right side. But, yeah. Then, Di Maria should have been there to make Soulé grow, to take him under his wing, and to be there with Soulé to say, let's go. But Di Maria is not there. It's a pity, huh? But I understand your message, of course, huh? That's another thing as well, huh? We are in a really difficult moment of Premier League attraction, young people. Then we have to be fast because it's easy to scout. I don't know, Bellingham. It's easy to scout. Scouting Kenan Yildiz, it's another job. So when we are, these guys are, we are doing a good. If Juventus is doing something, well, it's something with the youngsters. I personally, you know how old I am, too old probably to stay here on YouTube at 1 a.m. in the morning. But from all the years I have been here, guys, I don't remember that many players with that quantity, speaking about quantity, with that beautiful prospect. Then they can arrive or they can fall. But having so much at the same time, I never. I see Jovinko. Jovinko was a good player that I liked, of course. It's Jovinko. But, guys, he didn't really succeed. He had to go to Toronto. You're really harsh on Keane. On the hand, you give, but we already spoke about it, Zaki. We already spoke about it. I explained my way of saying no, guys. There is a difference between Keane. Keane is it's probably my biggest disappointment. Moise Keane is my biggest disappointment. Not only this season, but since he came back, because it's a player that I loved so much. I trusted so much. When he came from that youth academy, I was so happy for him. And he was performing. He came back and, guys, he was totally lost. We can't say today that Moise Keane is doing well, or at least half of what we are expecting. It's not. Then, I was the first one to support him. Because I don't care about I like, I don't like, I like, I don't like. I try to be objective. What doesn't mean that I'm correct. Because being objective, you can be objective but wrong. A lot of times I'm wrong, guys. I'm not perfect, Like you are not perfect, guys. You make mistakes, I make mistakes, and that's fine, and that's okay. You have ideas that we accept and we agree. There are some ideas that we don't accept and that we don't agree. But that's the fine thing of having a dialogue. Then, for me, Moise Keane, Empoli, fantastic game. Not because it was Empoli, because of him, because of how he moved, because of the goal that he scored at the 8th minute, and so on and so on. Versus Torino, I liked his performance, and I said it, and I put it up front. I liked the performance of Keane. I hated the way that he missed the goal. Like today, Vlahovic is missing that goal. That annoyed me. Today, this season, we criticized also Vlahovic correctly. How many times did I was infuriated against Vlahovic because he missed that control, that extra control, because everyone, good and bad. But now, if you tell me, Beppe, according to you, so me, Vlahovic is much stronger than Keane. Today, in what they are offering, much stronger than Keane. Vlahovic is, for me, a top talent that has a lot to learn, to grow. But a top talent. Where Keane, he was not able to succeed at Everton. He came back 1 year and a half. There are also behavior problems with Keane that I don't put aside. I know them. Arriving late at trainings, not showing up for the game versus Atletico Madrid, while he was one of the most informed men. Guys, the last one, and then we stop, because I see also Julian Dos Santos saying, Beppe, are you still there speaking? Yes. I like to suffer. Yeah, of course, because it's a therapy for me as well. You know why? Because speaking, I don't think too much. From the moment that I will stop the live, then I will start to be in a real depression mode. Guys, page for the remaining part of before the World Cup. Page. Between, between page 4 and page 130. And 149. So put a maximum of pages, and then we stop. Today, some people, they were insulting me on. Some people were insulting me on Twitter today. But I don't know what's that way of insulting me, as if I was playing. Mamma mia, disaster. Calma. But it's great. Dino Malta, ciao Beppe, thank you for helping us through. I helped myself as well, Dino. Thank you to you guys. I'm waiting for the numbers to come in. GDTV, don't cheat, because if you are putting 777, if I pick randomly 7, I will see that you are cheating because you are spamming the number 7 for Cristiano Ronaldo, and then I will skip it. I know It's like one page for each. You know. No. I don't care. I don't care, Dino. No. It's not. It's normal. It's normal. A7 for Chiesa. Starboy. No. It's not. I'm not taking it personally. It's okay. But I was watching a bit Twitter meanwhile with my eye, and then I saw some people insulting me. Boo. So the pages are in. No, not yet, because at the moment it's a full spam of GDTV with the number 7. Meanwhile that you are putting the pages, Jafar, bring home Kessié from Barca. I wanted him maybe for free, but even him, he will not perform at Juve. He's a good player. Jafar. He's a good player, but I don't know if he's the solution. Until we don't find a coach, let's wait. Thank you, Jafar, for your donation. So we are here. Page. Anthony, there is no page 1. I told you. Page 1 is nothing. 4, 3, 2, 1. But page 1 is this. It's nothing. It's the intro. There is no page 666. I told you at admin. It stops at 149. Guys, let's go. Did I click? 1. No, there is no page 1. Hey, guys, you're slow today, yeah? You're really slow. 25. Dudu 25. Okay, 25. Hey guys, we already read it in the past and I believe it didn't change, but we will repeat it. The page is coming back. So what is it? It's written here, page 25. You can have anything you want in this life if you're willing to work for it. Guys, as easy as that. And it's a true quote, huh? You can have everything you want in that life if you want to work for it. Today, guys, not all of them, they wanted to work for it. In the summer, not all of them, they wanted to work for it. You can't tell me that we are all bad. You can't tell me that this is Juventus. This is not Juventus. Also the players, they have better qualities as that. Guys, it was fantastic to spend 2 hours with you. I didn't want to promise you qualification into the next round because it was really difficult, but I said it this morning. Also, the title of the video this morning was Save the Face. And we didn't. It is what it is, guys. So we see each other tomorrow morning video. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday. By the way, I didn't check. What did Milan do? I have no idea about the other games. I have absolutely no idea. So, Milan won 4-0. Mamma mia. Gabbia, the defender. Leao, Giroud on penalty and then an own goal. 4-0. They are now second and they had to do it. And they did. Congratulations to Milan. Celtic 1, Shakhtar Donetsk 1. Real Madrid, they lost versus Leipzig, but they are not in danger. They don't care. It's the first defeat of Real Madrid, so it's not an undefeated team anymore, Real Madrid. So you have still Benfica, Napoli, and Paris Saint-Germain undefeated in Europe. But Real Madrid is already qualified. They don't care. Dortmund versus Manchester City, 0-0. Mamma mia, 7-2 Paris Saint-Germain, Maccabi Haifa. Mamma mia. And we lost 2-0 versus that team. Messi, Mbappé, Neymar. Messi, Mbappé, Soler, own goal. Hey, that guy Sek is not bad, huh? When he played versus us, he was not bad, huh? Juventus is the only Serie A team already out of the Champions League. Hey, yeah, we played before everyone else. Happens. Last year it was the other teams. This year it's us. It's the first time in 8 years. The last time it was with Antonio Conte, guys. The last time it was with Antonio Conte. Messi is great, yeah. Merci, Mohamed. Guys, maximum of likes. Thank you. Leaving. You leave the door. You know, it's like leaving the door. And you put the you put the like. And that's as easy as that. And then we leave. Ciao ragazzi. Ciao a tutti. Ciao Aldo.